Welcome to Bloom, and I'm just about to talk to Mairead McGuinness, who's a member of the European Parliament. Mairead, hello, and it's very nice of you to take the time out and talk to us.
Well, it's lovely to find a nice garden here in Bloom, to actually find a quiet corner and to sit and relax. And we're in an award-winning garden, which is really nice.
We absolutely are. Now, first of all, can I ask you about your life in Europe at the moment?
Well, I suppose my life is like anyone in politics, but I suppose from the point of view of a lifestyle, it means I live in Ireland, but I travel to work in either Brussels or Strasbourg. We're in Brussels 3 weeks out of the 4, and we're in Strasbourg for the main plenary settings 1 week of every month. So there's a lot of travel involved, but I suppose I come to events like this because ultimately I think we're all at heart growers. And it's kind of fascinating to see an increasing interest in things of the soil, of the land, of nature. We had perhaps moved away from it in Ireland. I'm from a family that would have been traditional market gardeners. So even though my nails look okay today, I would have picked potatoes, I would have planted potatoes, I would have picked strawberries and raspberries, gooseberries, damsons. We would have had cabbage plants and carrots. And so that's my background. And I think if it's in your genetics, it comes back out at some stage. I have a brother who's not involved at all in farming or landscape, but I now see his plot of veg in his back garden. It's good for the soul as well as the body. So I think that all of us ultimately love coming back to our roots, and I think Bloom is just fabulous. I couldn't describe it in any other way. Everything about it is it's just good. There's a great vibe here, and people are anxious to look and learn and have a chat, and everybody has a great chat with each other, which is nice. Well, I'm sure you've seen that.
Absolutely. I mean, what you're really saying there is the social outlet that this provides for people. Yeah. And it also maybe, would you agree on this, that it introduces them to an area of their lives which they could really have a great time at?
Oh, absolutely. But remember, there's a great mix of people here. There are many, many experienced growers and gardeners here that know a great deal but still want to learn. And there's others who would know a little and want to know more. And there's others who really haven't a clue but will be so excited when they walk in the main entrance and they see leeks and potatoes and parsley and salads growing. I mean, I have to say, I go, oh my God, I want to go home immediately and have the same. And maybe we just need to be a bit cautious that everything here is beautiful and perfect, but it takes a huge amount of work. And maybe I think the lesson about anybody who grows anything is that sometimes you succeed and you have great crops, and other times it fails, and that's because you're dealing with nature. And you have to go with nature, and you have to learn from each season what to improve in the next season. And, you know, they're saying we might have frost soon. And I'm thinking, gosh, for anybody who's grown anything, that's going to be a bit of a problem. So never plan ultimately what will happen, because nature and weather and rainfall all has an impact.
A lot of people will be thinking, you know, our financial image in Europe at the moment is not so good. What about our agricultural image?
Well, actually, Ireland is picking itself well up again. I think we are rebuilding our relationship within the European Union. We are well known for our land-based activities, our farming, our food industry, and those are the strengths I think that will carry us through. We're a very small country, very small number of people, but everyone knows that Ireland is the green island, and I'm fascinated to know the amount of media interest there is at this festival. So these pictures will literally go all over the world. We've had 2 fantastic state visits of the Queen and Barack Obama, and these have also portrayed Ireland for what it is, what it's good at. So I think we have to build on our core strengths. I think that's a message that we all know. It's a very simple message, but it works.
Bloom has provided a fantastic platform for all sorts of products and suppliers, etc., in the food and agri business. Can you give us your opinion on all that?
Well, you see, I've just literally been in here for hours and I haven't seen the half of what is on offer here. But it certainly is a one-stop shop for those of us who consume for the garden and consume in the kitchen. So anybody who wants to access that market definitely should be here. And I bet there are people who aren't here who are saying, gosh, next year we're going to be here because it's big. It's blooming, and it's going to be fantastic. It is the show for those of us who know, love and understand things of the earth. It's absolutely fabulous.
Well, Mairead McGuinness, MEP in Europe, many thanks for talking to us today.
Lovely to talk to you.